Everyone to Global FX Radio YouTube Market Wrap Up. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. What a day. What a day. Boy, I couldn't have been more wrong day. Dollar reversing to the upside. Well, we did have some data coming out of the Eurozone that was quite weak. We had Euro area PMI services, PMI manufacturing, all weaker than expected. Much weaker. No rebound there. Watch out for that German zoo tonight. A lot of people think the German IFO coming out tonight. A lot of people think German zoo and IFO are the same thing. Absolutely not. The zoo is based upon analyst survey. The IFO is actual purchasing managers, people that can really tell you the true health of a business. So look for that number possibly to be better. But again, I think you could trade on it. But again, that's not obviously the story I want to talk about. We'll talk about that later if I have time. But boy, oh boy. Paulson, Bernanke, Burn Your Asky sucks. Would you believe what he said? He said when asked, Paulson was asked, Paulson basically saying, Paulson's the U.S. Treasury Secretary, saying to the congressmen, senators, saying, this must get done. This must get done this week. And then Bernanke chimes in and says, yes, it must get done soon. I mean, and the guy even admits that he's wrong. I mean, last I heard, when you're captain of a ship, you're supposed to make everyone think that you know everything. The guy is dumbfounded. He's a deer in headlights. He's like that guy in a bad trade, not putting a stop loss in, and is watching his P&L melt down. I mean, he is so clueless. It's unbelievable. So, again, grilled. It looks like, Congress, it doesn't want to give him this package. And Paulson basically said flat out to them, you better give this or we got big problems. So, what appeared to be something very strong, the stock market was down 160 points. The stock market now has gone down after everyone was sold that, you know what, maybe it's going to get done. Maybe over the weekend. Paulson and Bernanke sold them on the fact that this would get done. And it hasn't. And the bottom line is lawmakers really are making a big mistake because as much as I don't agree with this bailout plan, it must get done. Financial markets will seize. This will be horrible. Disaster for the financial system. I'm not saying that, doing nothing is worse than not doing anything. And doing something half-assed is not going to work either. So, it's got very important that they come up with the conclusion of this. But tomorrow's Q&A, tomorrow's another session of Q&A is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. And I'll tell you, I think that if they don't come up with a secure plan and say, okay, this is how it's going to work, and they have a press conference after, this is a done deal, I got to tell you, the stock market could crash, the carry trade could crash, and Eurodollar and dollar yen could both crash lower. So in a carry trade meltdown scenario, they both go down, just like the Aussie dollar will go down and the New Zealand dollar. They got their own problems. So looking at the charts on this Eurodollar and the hourly chart, we see here, listen, we retraced a nice amount. We're looking at the Fibonacci, and when you put a Fibonacci to the low to the high, the first retracement on this whole move is 145. So I got to tell you, today's reversal a little bit, I think we can fill it in. I think 145.40, I think we're probably going to go lower. The dollar was very strong today. I could see the dollar being basically stronger and then reverse on the U.S. numbers coming out. Remember, we got new home sales coming out. That's 90% of the real estate market. I think that's going to be an abomination number. So I think any dollar strength is going to be unwound, certainly on the testimony and certainly on the data coming out. We got big data coming out as well. We get under 146, and there could be nice momentum to 145.20. 146 I see as a nice support level there. I'm sorry I'm using my Fibonacci line to do that, but you see it. Okay, I see nice. That was a breakout, and I'll tell you, we break through there, Eurodollar could come under pressure. And I think, though, by the end of the day tomorrow, I'd be hard-pressed, given all this disasterness, if that's even a word, how Bernanke performed, to see the U.S. dollar truly have a significant rally. I think it could rally and then unwind itself. Dollar yen right now, as we talk, it's right now 5:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dollar yen's having a nice little rally here. I think any rallies in the yen, dollar yen should be shorted. I think that, yes, we are breaking out of this little channel line, but I see this line. Damn it, I'm still in Fibonacci mode. I think dollar yen should have bust through to 105, about 105.40, something like that. I think we could see dollar yen certainly come under pressure. Should it break that level? And I think that should this euro dollar yen get up to this level, I could see a nice reversal. It's pushing higher right now, but I think this is a nice. It's broken to the downside. I think under dollar yen under this 105.20 level, we get to 104.50 easy. But for now, dollar yen, with the dollar being so relatively strong, dollar yen could easily push higher right now. And this line I have here right around that 106.30 level. I think that level is significant. I think that's a great entry spot. I think there's big resistance there. Sterling dollar, look at the hourly chart. That's rolling over. Sterling dollar, when you do your Fibonacci retracement on that, also from the lows to the highs. The first retracement, 38.2, is 82. So sterling dollar, if the dollar continues to rally, definitely has got a lot of catching up to do. I think sterling dollar could easily roll over. And I think that looking at the chart, I mean, we're looking to buy it and sell it, but I think that sterling dollar, let's zoom in a little bit, should we take out this whole 84.70 level, we can easily get to 83.50. Obviously, we take out this level here, this 106.40 level, cable's going to go higher and probably go to 188.20, but it looks like with the strength of the dollar, with the weakness of the euro, yes, euro sterling, we're going to look at that now. Euro sterling is certainly very weak on the euro numbers. Remember, German IFO coming out tonight. And I think this, again, euro sterling, any bounces should be shorted. I think 79.40 is an interesting spot. Should this euro sterling rally, cable is probably going to get whacked hard. So that's going to be your key indicator. Check out my webinar on Global FX Radio on YouTube. My webinar on euro sterling, how to calculate it, the importance of euro yen. I think with the stock market down so much, I think again the euro yen, when we look at this Fibonacci retracement from the lows 147 to the highs 153 easy. And again, waiting for a rally, never chasing, looking to short this thing right around 155.10, right by the 10, 20, 30 exponential. Another 25 pips, no, I'm sorry, another 40 pips from here, we're looking to short that. How specific can I be for that, huh? You asked for specifics, I gave it to you. And target, 154 for sure, if not 153. If the stock market collapses on Bernanke, and Bernanke and Paulson, not doing well again, and not giving the markets any assurance, I think the carry trade certainly comes in significantly. Again, 197 is huge in the sterling yen. That's looking at the hourly chart there. And should this sterling yen breach through 197, it's probably going higher. But with the stock market going lower, we made a lower high here in this last move. I think this next rally up to about 196, probably looking like a nice short against 197 for sure. It gets to 197, you got to call Uncle. And again, if you have any questions about anything I offer, check me out, globalfxradio.com, or email me at info@globalfxradio.com. Be more than happy to email you, or you can sign up directly for my premium service. But again, the sterling yen, I think, has got to play catch up. The carry trade has rallied significantly. It does look good. It's flagging. I'm looking at this, and I'm definitely nervous. As I said to you before, what the hell did I do there? I said to you before that this is definitely holding up relatively well. But when it does break, and it will break, mind you, it will, it's got to pull back significantly, at least to 92.50. Certainly looks like a spot. All right, I want to thank you all for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed that Euro Sterling webinar. Email DailyFX. Let them know what you think of my research and my analysis. Looking forward to staying on that site for a long time, people. Need your help. I want to thank you all for listening. And again, this IFO number is going to be a market-moving event, 2 a.m. Eastern. I think there's potential for this number. If the euro sells off ahead of it, if the euro dollar is down like 70, 80, 100 pips going into this number, and it's a good number, it's in line, I would think the euro probably rallies off that. So it depends what the euro dollar is doing into the number. But this IFO is very important, as well as Bernanke and new home sales representing 90% of the U.S. house price market. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio, voice of Forex YouTube. The only voice you'll ever need in Forex that makes you money. Have a good night.